Welcome to our channel. Please like and subscribe. 30. Facts about places that shouldn't exist. Some places on Earth feel completely impossible, places that look like another planet. Or a glitch in reality itself. A lake that can turn animals into stone. A desert where flowers suddenly explode across the landscape. A town where people live underground. An island full of snakes. A waterfall that flows underwater. And forests so strange. Scientists still struggle to explain them. The terrifying part. Every place in this video is real. These are not movie sets, not AI images, not fantasy worlds. These places actually exist. Some hidden deep in remote mountains, some inside dangerous deserts, and some shockingly close to civilization. So tonight, turn down the lights, relax, and prepare to discover 30 places on Earth that truly shouldn't exist. 1. The door to hell, Turkmenistan. In the middle of the Karakum Desert, there is a giant burning crater that has been on fire for decades. Locals call it the door to hell. Scientists accidentally created it in 1971 after a Soviet gas drilling accident. The ground collapsed, releasing massive amounts of natural gas to prevent toxic fumes from spreading. Researchers set the crater on fire, expecting it to burn for only a few days. But the flames never stopped. More than 50 years later, the crater is still burning, day and night, like something from another world. 2. Lake Natron, Tanzania. At first glance, Lake Natron looks beautiful. Bright red waters, surreal reflections, perfect silence. But this lake is deadly. The water is so alkaline, it can chemically preserve dead animals, almost like turning them into stone. Birds and bats that fall into the lake sometimes emerge looking frozen in time. The extreme chemistry comes from volcanic minerals, creating one of the strangest lakes on Earth. 3. Socotra Island, Yemen. Imagine an island where the trees look upside down, like giant umbrellas growing from alien soil. That place exists. It is called Socotra Island, often described as the most alien-looking place on Earth. Over a third of its plant life exists nowhere else, including the famous dragon blood tree, which produces deep red sap. The landscape feels so unreal. Many scientists compare it to another planet. 4. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. This enormous salt flat becomes one giant mirror after rain, stretching farther than the eye can see. The reflection becomes so perfect that the horizon disappears completely. Sky and earth blend together, making people appear as though they are walking through the clouds. It is one of the few places on Earth where reality itself feels distorted. 5. The catacombs of Paris, France. Beneath the streets of Paris, there is a hidden underground maze filled with human bones, millions of them. During the 1700s, Paris cemeteries became dangerously overcrowded, so workers secretly moved skeletal remains underground. Today, the tunnels stretch for hundreds of miles, with walls carefully arranged using real skulls and bones. A silent city beneath the living city above. 6. Blood Falls, Antarctica. In Antarctica, there is a waterfall that looks like blood, pouring out from white ice. Scientists were once terrified by it, but the explanation is even stranger. The water comes from an ancient underground lake, trapped beneath ice for millions of years. Rich iron in the water oxidizes when exposed to air, turning the waterfall deep red, like Antarctica itself is bleeding. 7. The Richat structure, Mauritania. In the middle of the Sahara Desert, there is a massive circular formation, so enormous astronauts can see it from space, called the Eye of the Sahara. It looks almost perfectly artificial, like a giant machine buried beneath the desert. For years, people believed it might be connected to Atlantis, but scientists still debate exactly how it formed. 8. Waitomo Glowworm Caves, New Zealand. Deep underground in New Zealand, thousands of tiny blue lights cover cave ceilings, like stars in the night sky. But they are not stars. They are living glowworms. The insects produce glowing light to attract prey, creating one of the most magical cave systems on Earth. Visitors often describe the experience as floating through outer space. 9. The Island of Dolls, Mexico. Hidden in the canals near Mexico City, there is a terrifying island, covered entirely with hanging dolls, broken dolls, rotting dolls, eyeless dolls. The island's caretaker believed the dolls protected him from evil spirits, so he collected thousands of them. Now they hang from trees, swaying silently in the wind, creating one of the creepiest places on Earth. 10. Pamukkale, Turkey. Pamukkale looks like frozen waterfalls made from snow, but the terraces are actually mineral deposits, created by hot thermal water over thousands of years. The pools glow bright white under sunlight, creating a landscape that looks almost unreal, like clouds turned solid. 11. The Bermuda Triangle, Atlantic Ocean, between Florida, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda. There is a region surrounded by mystery. Ships disappeared, planes vanished, and strange stories spread across the world. While scientists offer natural explanations, the Bermuda Triangle remains one of Earth's most famous unexplained regions. 12. The Giant's Causeway, Northern Ireland. Thousands of giant stone columns rise from the coastline, almost perfectly shaped like hexagons. The formations look artificial, as if built by giants. Ancient legends claimed a giant warrior created them, but the truth is volcanic lava cooled in extraordinary geometric patterns. Still, The place feels impossibly perfect. 13. Mount Roraima, Venezuela. This mountain rises like a giant stone fortress above the clouds. Its flat summit inspired The Lost World by Arthur Conan Doyle. Many species found there exist nowhere else on Earth. Because the mountain remained isolated for millions of years, walking there feels like stepping into prehistoric Earth. 14. The Underwater Waterfall, Mauritius. Near the coast of Mauritius, the ocean appears to contain an underwater waterfall, but it is actually an optical illusion created by sand and ocean currents. Still, from above, it looks exactly like the sea itself is pouring into a massive abyss. 15. Coober Pedy, Australia. In one Australian town, many people live underground to escape brutal desert heat. Homes, churches, hotels, even bars exist beneath the surface. Temperatures outside can become unbearable, so underground life became normal, turning the town into something that feels almost post-apocalyptic. 17. The Crooked Forest, Poland. Hundreds of pine trees in Poland bend sharply near their bases, almost all facing the same direction. No one knows exactly why. Some believe humans shaped them. Others think unusual weather caused it, but the mystery remains unsolved. 17. Snake Island, Brazil. Off the coast of Brazil, there is an island so dangerous, the government banned almost everyone from visiting. Why? Because thousands of venomous snakes cover the island. Some estimates suggest one snake for every few feet of land, including one of the deadliest vipers in the world. 18. The Marble Caves, Chile. Inside Patagonia, blue water reflects against smooth marble walls, creating caves filled with swirling light. The colors constantly change depending on sunlight and water conditions, making the caves appear alive. 19. Fly Geyser, Nevada. This glowing geothermal structure looks like something from a science fiction movie. Bright reds, greens, and orange minerals continuously grow around steaming water. The geyser formed accidentally after human drilling, but nature transformed it into an alien landscape. 20. The Darvaza gas crater, Turkmenistan. Yes, another fiery crater in Turkmenistan, because apparently one giant gate to hell was not enough. This burning pit became one of the strangest tourist attractions on Earth, especially at night, when the desert glows orange beneath the stars. 21. The Eternal Flame Falls, New York. Behind a waterfall in New York, a natural flame burns continuously. Water crashes around it, yet the fire survives. Natural gas escaping from rock beneath the falls fuels the flame, creating a place that looks physically impossible. 22. The Door to Hell Cave, Italy. Deep inside Italy, there is a cave system filled with toxic gases. Ancient Romans believed it was an entrance to the underworld. Animals entering the cave often collapsed immediately. Modern science later confirmed dangerous carbon dioxide concentrations. But the terrifying legends survived for centuries. 23. The Wave, Arizona. This sandstone formation looks digitally generated. Smooth flowing rock curves across the desert, like frozen ocean waves. The patterns formed over millions of years through erosion, creating one of the most surreal landscapes in America. 24. The Blue Hole, Belize. From above, this massive ocean sinkhole appears almost perfectly circular, descending deep into darkness. Divers exploring it discovered ancient cave formations far below, evidence that the area was once dry land before rising oceans flooded it. 25. Tianzi Mountains, China. These towering stone pillars rise through mist and clouds, looking almost too dramatic to be real. The landscape inspired floating mountains in the movie Avatar. And honestly, the real version may look even stranger. 26. Door County Cave, Wisconsin. During winter, ice caves form along Lake Michigan, transforming the coastline into glowing blue crystal tunnels. The frozen walls reflect light in ways that seem almost magical. 27. The Dead Vlei, Namibia. In the middle of a desert, black dead trees stand frozen against white ground and orange dunes. The trees died centuries ago, but the dry climate preserved them perfectly, creating one of the eeriest landscapes on Earth. 28. Reed Flute Cave, China. Inside this cave, colorful lights illuminate bizarre rock formations. The shapes look almost impossible, like giant crystal palaces hidden underground. The cave has existed for millions of years, yet still feels futuristic. 29. Mount Erebus, Antarctica. This active volcano contains a rare lava lake, one of the very few permanent lava lakes on Earth. The volcano erupts gas and crystals into freezing Antarctic air, creating one of the most extreme environments on the planet. 30. The Hanging Temple, China. Built directly into the side of a cliff, this ancient temple appears to defy gravity itself. Wooden beams support the structure hundreds of feet above the ground. For over 1,500 years, it somehow survived earthquakes, storms, and time itself. The strange thing about Earth is that the deeper we explore it, the more impossible it begins to feel. Hidden beneath oceans, buried in deserts, frozen inside mountains, or concealed beneath cities, there are places that challenge everything we think reality should look like. And somewhere right now, there may still be landscapes undiscovered, waiting silently, far from civilization, places so strange. They might completely change how we see our planet. And perhaps, somewhere out there tonight, another impossible place is still waiting to be found. That was excellent. Please like and subscribe for daily lessons. See you next time.